Hey everyone, this is Grace from Kapwing, and if you've been seeing the AS logo on TikTok, you are not alone. AS stands for Adult Swim, and it's part of a new TikTok trend that involves a lot of creativity, but is leaving a lot of people also confused. So in this video, I'll explain the meaning behind these videos and why they're so popular, and then also show you how to make your own. So in a sentence, this trend, the Adult Swim trend, basically involves creators making their own versions of Adult Swim commercials. Adult Swim is kind of like the grown-up version of Cartoon Network. It's a block of shows that are generally more adult-oriented and play on the same channel as Cartoon Network after most of the kids shows. So some of these shows include King of the Hill, Rick and Morty, and Bob's Burgers. After the Cartoon Network shows end and the Adult Swim shows are about to start, there are commercial breaks, and they run these bumps, also called bumpers, that basically indicate that the Adult Swim shows are starting. These bumps would generally show everyday scenes, and then somewhere at the end of it, the AS logo would appear in the video. Sometimes it would be hidden or not as obvious. In some of them, they also included a funny or inspirational message that was written in text on the screen throughout the bump. So now on TikTok, creators are making their own versions of these bumps and trying to be creative with how to display the AS logo or what message they're going to convey. Now that's literally what the trend is, but why is it so popular? A big part of it is nostalgia, but even if you've never heard of Adult Swim before or seen one of those bumps, it's interesting to see people's creativity in revealing the logo. The unexpectedness of how that logo will be revealed and the psychology behind that is very well explained by the TikToker Crutches and Spice, and I'll link their video in the description if you want to see it. But essentially an explanation for why this trend is so popular is that every video is different. A lot of trends, the videos are pretty similar, but part of the trend and part of making your own video for the trend is to make it different from someone else's and try to find a different way to show the logo. So even if you see another video and you hear the music, you know what's going to happen, you know that the AS logo is going to be revealed at the end, you still have no idea how they're going to do that, what's in between. And that unexpectedness, that moment of suspension, I think is what keeps people watching. The creativity involved in using everything from clothing to food to electricity to other things to create that AS logo keeps people entertained and is also inspiring and makes you wonder how you could show that logo. Now that being said, there's no one way to make a video for this trend. There's not a set formula that you follow. There are, however, a few essential elements for your video. The first one is the music. The sound used is the start of a song called Running Away by Vano 3000, which you can find on TikTok itself, but if you want to make your video outside of TikTok, we also have a template that is linked in the description that allows you to either make the video in our online editor or just download the MP3 file for the song. The second element is obviously the logo, and the logo should appear on the beat change of the music. The most popular version is to use the AS in brackets, but some people have also been using the other logo, which literally just says Adult Swim in brackets. This is the part where you can get really creative. There have been a bunch of videos that use just text in TikTok to just put the AS somewhere on the screen after you film the video, but I personally find the ones that are really interesting are the ones where you can create the AS logo in real life in your video while you're filming. Those are the two essential elements, and a third optional element is to have text on the video that contains that inspirational or funny message. This can create more of a narrative to your video, but is definitely not necessary. Now, once you have your idea, the first step is to film it. And if you're going to use a phone to film, it's super useful to have a tripod, which is what I used. Then the second step is to edit your footage. I found it easier to edit outside of TikTok since there are some trims I wanted to make and splits. If you do want to edit a vertical video externally, you can use our completely online video editor linked in the description below. There's a template there that has the sound on it already. So all you have to do is upload your clip to it. You can trim, split, rearrange sounds in it, add text, and even add the actual AS logo at the end if you need that. And I found this useful to time out the video exactly to the sound where the beat drops. Once you've made your video, you can upload it to TikTok. If you want it to show up in the search results for the Adult Swim trend, you can add the sound for this trend in TikTok and then mute your original volume. Go ahead and publish that, and this was my final version. That's all there is to it. Go get creative. I'd love to see what you're making. So if you do make one of these videos, post the link to it in the comments below. And if you haven't already learned about the 3D photo trend on TikTok, go watch the video linked in the top right corner so you can update yourself on that one too. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and we'll see you in the next video.